this is my message to all of my Trump supporters and all of those who just really think that they are following their spirit to elect the best leader. I just want to say, if you know that you're doing what God told you to do, then it shouldn't be a problem. But if what you're doing goes against the words that Christ spoke, then you might not be doing the best thing. But what I mean is a lot of people who have claimed to be Christians have for a number of years and centuries been the main ones that were the slave masters. They were the very ones who thought they were doing their Christian duty. The very ones that decided that segregation was the best way for Americans to make it through. Now, being that was your stance, slavery and segregation, which did more to hurt a group of people than it did to help them, I'm just not sure how that coincides with Christ's teachings. As a Christ-centered believer, we are taught first and foremost that the greatest command is to love God, but to love others as we love ourselves. And if you don't want to be a slave, and if you don't want to have to sit in the back of the bus, and if you don't want police pulling you over and talking to you crazy and shooting and killing you because you're scared, why in the world would you expect that from somebody else? And if you don't want to be treated like that, and if you know that if you lived in Mexico, was born there, and the poverty rate is very high, and you know that you're not able to feed your family, and when you try to go and make a better life for them, then another country that your ancestors helped to build blocked you out without helping you to get where you need to go, then that's not you treating people the way you want to be treated. So if you are supporting the current administration, who does not seem to understand the struggle of the people that helped to build this country, and you're doing nothing but sitting back and allowing them, while saying that as a Christian, you're supporting their efforts only because they have not had to use public funding to commit abortions, because they're rich enough to do their own abortions privately. So because they don't support abortions, you're going to stand behind them. I just have a couple of scriptures for you, but I would rather you search them for yourself. If you look in the book of Revelations, you will be reminded of those wolves in sheep clothing. You will be reminded of those people who walk alongside the Antichrist, who will come in and follow the Antichrist and do everything that he say to do, even getting the mark of the beast, even doing things out of fear. I'm just saying, without saying too much, if you are claiming to be a Christian, I need you to go and read the Bible, specifically starting with the gospel and making sure you read Revelations. I need you to stop taking things out of context, and I need you to apply them in your own life. I thank you for forgiving people, but if you're not willing to forgive all people, then just forgiving Donald Trump and yourself for voting in Donald Trump is not going to be as productive. I'm not going to sit here and tell you who to vote for, but it is just kind of crazy for you to vote for the current administration and say that you're doing it because Christ told you to, when the first thing he did when he got in office is to put up a wall to block a group of marginalized people who simply were in search of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If it wasn't denied your ancestors, why would you deny that anybody else's ancestors? If you're not willing to live in an underdeveloped country with people treating you like crap and you working hard for nothing, if that's not what you would do, why would you expect that of anybody else? So, in following the golden rule, treating others the way you want to be treated, as a Christian or a Christ-centered believer, I pray that you pray about that and make sure that what your actions are lining up with your faith walk. Well, it's the same thing. All right, just thinking about these things, and it's too much to type. All right, I'll stay to sharing my words spiritually spoken. No, this is not to offend. I just think about a lot of people who just seem confused, and it ain't no reason to be. If your choice for leadership in this country that claims to be a nation where we trust in God is not a choice that uplifts the greatest command, then your choice may not be the Christian choice. So just think about that. If you just want to vote just because you just want to, that's okay. But please leave God out of it since you're already choosing to do it anyway. So just thought I'd share. One love. Have a blessed day.